Hello everyone! Today for my first YouTube video we're gonna cover a game versus the one and only LaoHuang, a very well-known player in the TTA community. It was a very interesting game against a very strong player, and I think there was a lot of interesting decision in this game, and that's why we're gonna cover it today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So, first, let's look at the leaders and wonders. What do we have here? For science, we have Einstein, we have Steve Jobs, sorry. We have Pierre, we have Gandhi to deter war. That could be a good possibility. We have Churchill for war, and Nelson Mandela. For wonder, we have Hollywood with Bach, very important leader. What else? We do have the ocean liner, the railroad statue, all interesting, with Maria Theresa. We also see a couple of military leaders, Napoleon, Nobel, Newton in some way, and Max could be useful for revolution. In Age 1, we have the beast himself, Gutenberg. We have Joan of Arc, which is very good with Bach. We also have Da Vinci for printing press support. And we have Michelangelo, if you want to go for wonders. Barbarossa and Eleanor could be okay for colonization or be a bit more of an aggressive play. And in the Age A, we have, of course, Library, Roman Road, decent wonders, and we have a couple of good leaders. The one shining the most, of course, the infamous Hammurabi. And our opponent take it gladly. For ourselves, I think it was pretty easy to make our choice. We decided to go for Roman Road and Boudica. I feel Boudica can give me a lot of flexibility. I don't think he's gonna get stronger than us, so we're gonna keep choosing our bonus here. And Roman Road, in my opinion, is one of the better wonder in Age A. So I'm happy to go with this. Of course, LaoHuang is going to be super happy to get library here. He elect his leader, take the library. Then what else did he do with his thing? He could grab engineering genius, but he decided to take the mine, increase his population, and take cultural to get an extra boost in science and culture. At our turn, what do we do? In our turn, I decided to take the engineering genius. Then I elected Boudica to get her bonus going fast, and then, of course, build the third mine. We'd get at risk of getting hit by the religion event, but that's a risk I'm willing to take to finish this wonder ASAP. Yeah, that's pretty easy as a turn. We get to draw the wealthy territory, good to know, and a tactic. I was happy to see this. LaoHuang do something that I wasn't happy to see. He grabbed Code of Law for 3. I would have been super happy to grab that card for 2. I think it was the right move from him. And then build a lab, that's interesting, and then use cultural heritage instead of popping. I was happy to see this also because now we're both without a free worker, so I can push without worrying. So he's finished with 5 science, so he's almost ready for Code of Law. I think the reason for him was maybe to get the event. Like this event is very good now, he can upgrade his Code of Law. But even better would have been the one. I can't click. Anyway, the one that allow you to develop something for 1 less. That would have been amazing. On our turn, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to finish Roman Road, get our extra rock going as fast as we can, and get this precious yellow token. Here we are. We get Good Harvest. Sorry. We get a Good Harvest and a colonization card. Not too shabby. In his turn, he doesn't push. He upgrades his population. Again, develop Code of Law to get the free action. Upgrade his Wonder 1 step. And then with his last 2 action, he decides to take Alchemy. Interesting. And he goes for Warfare. That's super interesting. I was sure he was going to go like maybe double, maybe 1 urban growth or something. But I guess he wanted to be sure to have a printing press available. Or maybe he wanted to leave masonry on 2. Both are fine decision in my opinion. And maybe that's why he went for warfare. The other possibility is just that he like having warfare with Amurabi. It's a good card, in fact, yeah. So, on our turn, what do we do? First, we don't push since we don't have the free worker, and we have a ton of resources. We grab one printing press, and I think the rest of the turn was a bit forced for us. We pop, and pop again, and now we're out of corruption. I had maybe the idea of doing a warrior and do something else with my other action, but with 4 civil action, we wanted to be efficient, and I think this leaves us a lot of possibility. And yeah, that's why we went for this. We discarded the food event and draw 2 new ones. Scientific breakthrough look promising with my wonder, and also good if we go for early printing presses. New deposit is also a good option. For him, he finished library to get his culture and science production. Then he take monarchy for 3, so a second card that he take for 3. Interesting. Of course, we all know that monarchy is very good with Amurabi. That being said, maybe the value is not as big since he already built Code of Law, but still it's relatively early for monarchy, so I understand his play make a ton of sense. And then you go for one last card, and you decide to take irrigation, so that will be done already. A very important card in Age of 1, in my opinion. So he skip on the cultural heritage, but I don't think it's the end of the world, especially since he has good science production already. And then, on my turn, I think this one is a turn where I struggled a lot, actually. I was not sure what I wanted to do. The chat and me were debating, was it better to go for printing press or to go for Image Castle? And this is where yeah, it was a very tough decision. We decided to go for Image Castle, and we took 1 rock from Boudica. The reason is, if we go Imagi now, we have a way to spend all this rock easily, and there was no other great wonder in the row that we really wanted. I mean, we can't go for Great Wall, and we didn't want to wait for those. So we decided to go for Imagi and took 1 extra rock from Boudica, and we're going to take 1 other extra rock next turn, and with our 4 production, we'll still be able to do 2 printing press next turn, so that's our logic for that play. So it's going to be easy. We take Imagi and just finish it to get 2 culture production and to spend our rock, give us some place to breed with our resource and our blue cube. We discard new deposit and we draw 2 new cards, nothing to push, but that's okay. Easy turn for LaoHuang. He just do his revolution and he gets ready to have a lot of civil action, 7 actual with Amurabi, so that's a bit scary this early on since we only have 4 civil action. And then he popped to get out of corruption with this leader. Okay, what do we do next? I think this turn was also very well planned from us since we get another rock from Boudica. Now we have 6 rock. We can do 2 printing presses. And with the extra civil action, I maybe wanted to take Knight or Breakthrough. But at the end, we decided to go for Bread and Circuses. And the reason is Bread is very good with Pierre. And also, we do need an happy face solution. And this one looked very simple and very clean. So we decided to go for the Bread and Circus. And we discard 1 colonization card and to keep our tactic, and we're rewarded with another tactic and another colonization card. So we still can push, but that's fine. And then our opponent take Leonardo. I was a bit sad because I really thought that was the leader. That was the leader I really wanted, actually. So he grabbed Leo, he elect him. He develop his alchemy, upgrade 1, upgrade 2. He still have 2 civil action. He decided to take Iron for 2, which is quite interesting. And I was also sad to see this because going Michelangelo, I would have loved to have iron early, but the second iron is coming soon, so there's some argument he could have taken Engineering Genius and Richland instead. But I'm not going to criticize his play. I think it's fairly acceptable. And then we're doing another Renaissance game with those two Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo and Leonardo, going to face each other again. So I elect my leader because the age is about to end. Then I decided to take Engineering Genius, increase population, and increase population again. So with only 4 civil action, we have to be efficient with what we do. And then since we just elected a new leader, we can get Taj Mahal for free. And it gave us 1 rock with Michelangelo. I was really hoping we could get a lot of wonder in H2, and that's our plan with this play. Now we get 1 new event, which is Reign of Terror. Good to know that we have this in our end. Okay, now H2 start. He's pushing this time, first card he pushed, and we see Religion. I was very happy to see this because Religion for Michelangelo is the equivalent of a drama. So yeah, it gives us more bonus than him. He developed Iron, upgraded once, upgrade the farm, upgraded once also. He has 2 civil action left. He finished his farm, and then finally he decided to go for Swordsman. Good play, didn't want to miss on this early tech. I'm surprised he didn't go here. I think he didn't want us to get Knight for 1 only. But yeah, that's perfectly fine with us. He now has 4 rock production, 6 science, which is not something to... That's pretty important. That's pretty big this early on. For ourselves, we have 4 science production and 3 rock production, and absolutely no food, so a bit behind in everything, but we do have a lot of wonders, and the culture is already starting. We decided to go for iron, upgrade once, and then upgrade twice. Actually, we didn't upgrade the first iron, we built the first iron. That was suggested in the chat, and I really didn't talk about this play, but it makes a lot of sense, especially with Michelangelo. We want to build a lot of wonders, and we had a free worker who didn't know what to do, and now he can work in the mine. That's a nice promotion for him. And yeah, that's what we do, and we decided to discard the event because I was not confident I could stay stronger, and this is what we do. Then our opponent take drama, which is understandable. Then he upgraded one of his mine to our iron. He denied us Republic. I was very sad to see this. And then he popped one more time to ready himself for what's coming in the row. He leave Revolutionary Idea on 2. But Breakthrough is going to fall, so I don't know if we're going to have time to grab it, but that's cool for us. So the culture lead is growing for us. I was happy to see this. And we open development and planning. Let me look what were the option. It's here. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, here we are. With the planning, we could have chosen between warfare, so a free warrior, politics to draw 3 cards, which I was really tempted to make because drawing 3 cards in H2 is pretty powerful. But we were only on 4 civil actions, so we decided to do something we needed to do, which is develop this for 1 less science. So that was the thinking behind this. Then we upgrade 1 to iron. We build 1 stage, use Engineering Genius, and finish the wonder. And we put even more culture production. I was really happy to see that we were getting more ahead with this place, so that's why we went for this. We draw 2 aggression, a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm really hoping to get a better tactic. He push and he open wealthy territory, which he win, sending only a warrior. So I was a bit sad that that was happening. At the same time, we didn't really need the rocks, so at the end of the day, it's not too bad. He decided to go for statue, which is pretty good for him. He have exactly what he need to build it, and he finish it. It give him 1 culture production and 3 yellow token. He take the breakthrough and revolutionary ideas, so even more science. He has so much of this right now, it's a bit scary. For this turn, I was a bit torn. I didn't really know what to do, but we decided to go for justice system. We desperately need a new action, so here's our 5th civil action. Then we decided to take breakthrough, which is important because we don't have that much science now. And last action, we decided to build a bread and circuses to make sure we don't get hit by rebellion. Also, we gained 2 culture productions, which is pretty good. I was a bit sad to see no wonders yet from H2, because our leader is of course way better when we can spend those rocks into wonders, but it happens. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. We draw a tactic. Unfortunately, we're not ready at all to develop such a cool tactic, unfortunately, and we drew a war. On his turn, he opened historic territory. We could have bid more, but we know that strategic territory 2 is in the deck, and that's way more important than historic, so we decided to keep our cards, and we only bid 1 warrior and 1 colonization card. He decided to finally go for Republic. Some could argue he's spending too much science into government. It's his 2nd form, but to be honest, with the amount of science he has, I think it's just the right thing to do. He gained 1 culture, he gained more science, and if you want, he can develop warfare to get his 3rd red dot. He take back. Yeah, I didn't talk about that yet, but I was not happy to see that back open on his turn, but what can we do? He take back, he takes strategy, so not even need of warfare, so he cut the 2 greatest card of this row from us, but it's okay. He develops strategy and do 1 warrior. He become as strong as us, and he has the opportunity to colonize things if it happen. He actually built another warrior, so now he got me worried that he put a strength event into this, but we don't know, and we're about to find out, I guess. On my turn, what did I do? I don't push anything because I can't. We don't have food, so selective breeding seems like the natural thing to do. We develop it, we upgrade it once and twice, so pretty self-explanatory. If I look at his board, he already had drama, so there was no real reason for me to cut the opera. I feel like Bach is actually better with drama. It's super efficient. You get 3 culture building for only 4 rocks, so no reason to cut the drama. We could have taken it from ourselves, but since we didn't have population at the time, food seemed like the way to go. And then, now he's stronger. Does he push? I guess he does. He decides to push, and we open a breakthrough, a scientific breakthrough. Even though it's good for him, it's actually very good for us also. We didn't add as much production, and it was important for us to get this going. So, here we go. And then he decided to upgrade his warrior. He still has Leo, so he gains some rock by doing this. He elect Bach, and he start to do those annoying drama. He pop once, pop twice, build 2 drama. Then he take Cavalryman, which could be a very important tech for him, so that's a good play. He decided to upgrade once to use his red dot. Very smart. He does leave us Conmon. I was happy to see this. I go for Max here. Elect him. Take Conmon. Before I continue, that was one of the first 2nd Age Wonder we saw. And unfortunately it was getting too late. We just developed this, so this is useless now. We go for the revolution. Now we have a lot of civil action and some red action. We go for navigation. The reason here is I know the next card and it's strategic territory 2, and we felt that this card could really give us new option for tactics, and the free strength would always be appreciated. So here we are, we develop it, and with the last civil action, we decided to take Richland to help us finish the last iron. My opponent decided to push, and we opened strategic territory, and we kept those colonization card for a while, and we were able to win it for only one warrior and one colonization card. I was super happy to win this. Unfortunately, we didn't draw anything amazing for tactic, but we did draw Aiko, and against Bach, I was super happy to draw this. Unfortunately, the deck has just finished, so it's going to take a while before it arrives, but we're going to push every turn, try to get something to happen. Then LaoHuang decide to build another drama. He take a rifleman, so now he cut this tech from us. We don't have any tech for military so far. He go for wave. We build another iron. Upgrade his warrior. Pop. And then pop again before playing revolutionary idea. So now he has 23 science. He has 44 at the moment versus 62 for cultures, and he's catching up very fast with his production. That's the power of Bach. At that moment, I was starting to lose a little bit of confidence, and seeing this got me super scared. But we're still in the lead for now, so no need to panic. He left the cannon on 2, and I thought it was a very important tech to take. But first, I push, and unfortunately, I know that could be a possibility, but it was a colony. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to get Aiko to happen as fast as possible. That's why I'm pushing. And unfortunately for us now, this colony will be almost free for our opponent. He still has to send a swordsman, if that's okay, I guess, but not ideal. I decided to take cannon. I need to pretend like I have fortification or something, because right now it does not look very threatening. I decided this turn, after really thinking, and the chat talked me into this one, that we didn't really know what we wanted to do. So to keep being flexible, we went for sci-fi method. We upgraded, build one, and then that's the end of our turn. Production, now we have a lot of science production, and we drew a couple of good H3 event. I was sad to see that he was not pushing, but that's okay. He decided to develop Cavalryman. He play wave. He built 1, he built 2 Cavalrymen, so now he's stronger than us. He decided to take the Air Force, the military build-up, the efficient upgrade, and I was surprised to see that he did not take another action, so he didn't take cannon. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe he wanted communism to stay here, I don't know. But that's why he did this. Now we got pretty lucky this turn. It's okay, we lose the Cold War, but with the amount of science our opponent has, I don't think it's the biggest deal. Let's just look. Yeah, he already had 22 science, so going to 28, I don't think make that much difference. Here, where I was saying that I was happy and lucky in this turn, democracy shows super early. So I decided to go for democracy, and I develop it instantly, gain 3 culture from max. Then we take revolutionary idea, a very important card since we are at 0 science. We take patriotism, we pop, and we use our rich land. So now we have a very good rock production. Actually, let's compare our board now. We still have a almost 20 cultural lead after production. We do now have better science production, better rock production, and better food production with an equivalent amount of actions. So right now my position is not too bad. We're keeping up with back with non-cultural leaders, so I was glad to see this. End of the age. Let's see what happened for him. He decided to push, And we get popularization of science, so those sci-fi methods really helping us here. We get 3 extra culture. He go for Hollywood. Yeah, of course, he take Hollywood, but there's not much we could have done for this. He take communism. He developed it, so now even one more culture from the statue, and he got even more rocks and a lot of actions. He do another drama. I think it's the main reason why he went for that government form. E-pop and take reserve. So I was starting to get a little scared with he has a good tactic and he's set up for it and we don't have anything at all. So we had to pretend like we were able to defend. So I think that's what we're gonna see next turn. Then this turn we're gonna push a card, and this is where I would ask you a question, guys, in the comments. Do you think that was a mistake from LaoHuang to go for that colony? I mean, he had a lot of science already. It was pretty okay with yellow and blue cubes, and losing this for me helped me relax a little bit about the pressure. He dropped a lot in strength at that moment, back to 11, so I wasn't scared of aggression anymore. So let me know what you guys think about that move and if it was better for him not to send. I'm curious. Okay, I decided to pop first. Then I decided to pop. Actually, we were debating in the chat here during that game. A lot of people wanted me to go for Pierre, obviously because we have those. But I felt it was a bit inefficient with this turn. We wanted to do a lot of things. So I decided to pop to get an unhappy worker, go for Nelson Mandela. Now we get this 2 extra culture already, which is good. We decided to take military theory to try to defend ourselves. We took tanks just to open tactic. Maybe we get the mechanized army in the future. We take multimedia. We have more civil action now, so that's why I can take this. Then I build 1 arena, so this arena is giving me 1 extra culture and help with the unhappiness. And then I build another one. And now thinking about it, with Nelson, it is as good as Pierre. The third one is giving me 2 culture, just like Pierre would. Of course, Pierre give 8 extra culture, and he has some special ability. But I feel like this play with the extra civil action, we also pushed impact of government, so the extra civil was important. So yeah, I think that was an interesting turn for us. And then we produce and we keep a very good culture production. Now we are at 18 versus 18, so we're keeping up. You decide to push, and this is a second time where we get extremely lucky. The first card to show in the row is Aiko. Wait, is it extremely? How many? There was only 2 cards, so it was a 50-50. It's not that lucky, actually. So he loses his leader, so that's 6 culture per turn where it's gone, but he can still take Einstein, which is not a bad leader for him, of course. He elect Einstein, take civil service, he develop it, he gained 2 extra civil action and 3 culture. He take computer, develop computer for 3 other culture, and he upgrade it to computer, of course. We're reaching the end of the game, and for our turn, what did we decide to do? We push, we get prosperity, so we get a ton of food. Was glad to see this. We decide to go for Empire State building. At this time, this Empire State could give us 28 culture, so it seemed like a good deal. Second thing, we take engineering, a very important card. We take reserve, we pop, and we were debating if it was the good time to develop military theory and do the Empire State. But at the end of the day, we didn't want to trigger the military buildup, so we decided not to get stronger. And our plan for the next turn will be to finish Empire State, and if we're lucky, try to grab the fast food. I think he's a bit sad since Bach is dead and his Hollywood is still here. He's gonna get a not so great wonder, and I think we can get 2 amazing wonder for ourselves. For the last action, we decided to pop to get ready for the next turn. We still get corruption, but with this amount of rock and the card I have in hand, I was not too worried. We don't draw any event, but that's okay. We still have good one in the end. Impact of government. We get you get 25. We get 21. I think I maybe miscount the potential that he could do with civil service, but it's okay. It's only a one culture swing at the end. He play reserve for food. He play military build. Oh no, wait. At that point, I think our poor opponent realized he could not catch up, so I think he timed out while he was trying to figure it out, and now it's a bot. So we're gonna go fast on what he do. He just develop the Air Force, start Hollywood, build a couple of things, and take Engineering Genius to finish this next turn. And then for one of our final turn, we push, we open Impact of Population. I think it's going to be pretty even. Yes, it is. So now the score is getting close, but the thing is we have two very good wonders. Here we decided to play Patriotism. We developed Military Theory, we developed tanks, we built one tank, and one warrior, so now we're stronger. We still have a lot of action, and we have a lot of rock. So we finished the Empire State Building for 28 culture. And with the 5 last civil action, we just grabbed a new wonder, which we can finish the turn after. We draw a 3 card, and Impact of Science is here. That's interesting. He decided to push, and we open Immigration, but that doesn't do anything. He take Multimedia, build it, just develop it, and finish Hollywood. He pop again, and build another Swordsman. So he finished his game at 209 culture. And we already have 222. We develop Engineering. We take the rock. We pop once, and of course we finish. And with the rest, we don't know what to do. We upgrade, we develop this just in case of certain impact. And we draw a couple cards. And this is our final turn. So we finish at 260. And let's look at the event at the end. We win Impact of Culture for 10 extra culture. Then Impact of Variety is open. I think we have a slight advantage, so +6 for us. So it's officially out of reach for him. And the last is Progress, which was almost perfect from us. And we finished at 322 culture, so it was a real culture fest, even though we didn't have a culture leader in age 2. So that's it, guys. Nice victory for ourselves versus a very, very good opponent, a veteran of TTA. So I was super happy to win this one. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll try to do some more in the future. And if you have advice or question or any comment, leave it in the comment section below and I'll gladly respond to it. And we stream very often lately, so feel free to join us at any time. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care, guys. Have a nice TTA day.